Hi everybody, Jo here. Thanks so much for popping in today. I thought we'd have a little extra catch up. I just fancied popping in to check you're okay. Now I know one of our ladies, our lovely ladies in New Zealand, Joanne, needs a special hug at the minute. So if we could all just send her a big hug, I'm sure it'll really make her feel so much better. So Joanne, love and hugs from me. Take care, lovely lady. Right, so today I'm just coming in. As you know, when I do my workshops at Lavinia at headquarters, might do some shopping. Yes, I have got a list, I know. I like to make a tag for each of the crafters that come. And I try and make them all the same, but obviously they do end up slightly different. I make different ones for each workshop so that if the ladies happen to come twice, I am lucky some do come back, I don't put them off, then they have got different tags. So for this month, I'm creating this one. I thought I'd use some of the new stamps, and it's great for batch card making, batch tag making, but also I know a few of you have been in touch and said that for various reasons you're not keen on witches, you don't use them, and I get that. You know, we can't expect you to like every single stamp that is out there. So I thought I'd come up with a way of using a couple of the new stamps, but in a way that you don't have to include the witches or sorceresses, I like to call them. So I've got a cat here. I love, as you know, the bats in the tree. And this tree is beautiful. Tree of Spirits, I think it's called. And you could add your leaves to it. You could make it whatever. I know here we're coming into autumn, and I'm aware that our lovely friends and followers in other parts of the world are coming into spring. So you could put lovely spring flowers in there. You could put leaves. We've got lots of the mini stamps that you could stamp in there. So, you know, you can take this as inspiration. You could just have the tree with florals, make a floral meadow around it. And, you know, as always, I just want to come in with a little bit of inspiration and really just to share some crafty time with you. So I've already created batch card these tags. A few were waiting to have the lovely craft yarn put in. But I just thought I'd come in, pop in and just show you. I've got one more to make, so I'll show you how I created it. Now, I'm just going to pop them over there. I'm using the large watercolour tags. I like these, but it's quite funny. Every time I do a workshop, I have to remember to buy a couple of packets ready for my next workshop. So that is on my list for tomorrow. And on the back of each tag, I meant to show you, I do decorate the back and I put a little handwritten message because, as you know I mention this a lot, handwritten is so important. I know we happily stamp and we add sentiments. I get all that. The stickers, I love them. They're fabulous. But it's nice to have that little bit of handwritten element as well. And for me, I decorate the back of the tag first. And I've got to be honest, I'll tell you why. While I'm decorating the back, chances are I'm going to get a bit of ink or something on the front. I have done here, look. But I can happily cover that up now when I'm making the front, because to me the front is the most important. And if I was to get any ink or water on the back, that will just add to that design on the back. What I found was if I decorated the front first and had it beautiful, when I was doing the back, which wasn't as important, if I got water or ink on the front, it could spoil it. And the front is the most important bit to me. I hope that makes sense. So that's just the way. You know me, I like to turn things on the head. I do like to do things a bit different. So going to start off with my stamping. We've got the lovely tree and I've got my Versafine Clair and I'm coming in with the black, the Nocturne. And I'm inking up the whole of the stamp because I'm not quite sure how far I'm going to bring that tree over. And in the past, if I've tried to save ink and just go part way, I never go to the right bit. So I'm just going to put the tree there. Now there is a smaller one of these as well, but I just think they're perfect for hanging the bats. I mean, for me, you know, we've got so many spaces where we can hang our bats. I've been looking at all my stamps. Yes, I am that sad person, seeing how many different stamps I can stamp that I can hang my bats from. So there we go, look, lovely tree. And then I'm going to come in with my little cat, and this is one of the minis. And is this Jinx? I'm not sure. Anyway, one of the little cats. And depending which one you've got, obviously depends which way. So I'm going to pop my cat here. And obviously if I had the one facing the other way, I'd have put my tree over to this side. And then our little hanging bats. So what I did was I had one sort of here. And then one at the top here. And then a third one here, so it's a little bit lower, so they're not, I don't want it symmetrical. And then we'll give that a bit of a blot and we'll add some ink. Now when you're inking up with this, the good thing is because we're going to add so many other things in the background, you don't have to be too precise here. We can just get on with it. Ice spruce I'm coming in with, just because I wanted that lovely sort of green, but not almost a bright green. So I'm going to add a little bit, and again, we're going to do so much to this background, don't overthink it. So a bit under the cat and then under the tree, and then finish with that one. So come in with our shaped one, might go this one, and we'll have, I don't want to put it through the back look, so I'll just put one there. And again, I'm not overthinking this, just a bit of green and then another hill, say, there. That's plenty. And then onto the sky, Villainous potion for this. And again, circle mask. So I'm thinking, oh look, I could get both bats in there. Yeah. Really depends where you've stamped them. So I'm just going to start at the bottom, being mindful not to go over the green look, but again, don't overthink this. I am going to add some brown around the edge, so I know I don't have to come right up to the edge, look, I can just do a nice whiz. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is just add a little bit that's left on my brush, just across the moon. And if you do that, look, lift it up to show you. It just looks like you've got that cloud going across the moon. Now we'll just clean this up because I'm going to add some brown now. And as I say, because we've already decorated the back, I'm being mindful. And again, a few of you have asked, how do we get in good habits with our cleaning? Well, that's one of the ways. Brown now, Scorched timber. And I'm just going to ink up on the corners. And then all the way around. Oh, I like that. I've got my own Lazy Susan, look. Again, apologies to anybody called Susan. I usually called it something like, I don't know, a lazy plate turner or something, because I always feel guilty when I say that. And as you see, those bits here, look, so those were the bits that were on from when I did the back. They just go as part of the design now. A little bit darker in those corners. And once again, clean this up. Now, if you've got spare card, you could smoosh yourself a background or in your journal. Obviously, I'm just cleaning it up because you don't want to spend time watching me smooshing. And look at that. I mean, that looks lovely as it is. But I'm going to add a little bit more. And round the edge, I'm going to come in with this lovely stamp, the Magical Mist. And back to a permanent Hawthorne rose. And I'm just going to stamp this, look, around. Now, on one of my videos the other week, I used this as the wind. I mean, obviously it's a magical mist, but I think you could use it just as a decorative border. As I say, it looks like the wind blowing into me. Very useful. You know, sometimes on a card or a design, if you just need something and you're not sure what, I think this stamp would be very useful. And again, you can choose which bits you use, look. Oh, and I just want something there, look. So, let me wipe that. I'm thinking if I just come in with that there, yeah, that finishes that bit off nicely. So, that's our main bit of stamping done. And I'm going to just add some little finishing touches now. So I've got a couple of gel pens and some pastel pencils. So first of all, with my white, I'm just going to add a little bit of shape to the bats. I like him to look like he's folding his wings or folding his arms, look. A little bit down the middle of the tree. And a little bit on our cat here. Just sort of a bit of highlight. Not too much, I'm not over fussed. Little bit of shade now under the cat. Moon's over there, so we know it's going to go this way. And a little bit under the tree. Again, not overthinking it. Just giving it a bit of a rub. And then I've got this lovely pink. And what I did was I just edged. And it's sort of a pinky purple. And I wanted the tree to look a bit magical. So what I found was I just sort of went around some of the branches over the top, because we're going to flick water on this. So the pastel, when I smudge it as well, will move. And I just want it to give sort of like a bit of an aura, bit of a sort of pink. I didn't want to go for yellow. We tend to use yellow for our brights. And I just thought, you know, that's a bit too obvious. So if I just smudge that out, and I'm trying to be good, use a biodegradable cotton bud. Normally I'd use my finger, but then I'd have to wipe my finger, wouldn't I? So again, you see, I wasn't too fussed as to where I put it, because look, it just blends out. And I just want it to give that nice sort of pinky purple aura around the tree. And then gel pens, and with the purple, I'm just going to give our cat a little collar, look, and he's got his name tag there on his collar. And with the blue, we'll just do our lovely bat's beautiful blue eyes. And for me, those little details. So happy with that so far. Now check the back. Yep, happy with the back. The next bit, so I've got this. Now, if you're happy with this at this stage, leave it at this stage, because the next bit, what I'm going to do is get some of our lovely, oh, nearly spilt it, Mysticals, and this is the Amble Green, and this is the Mica infused mist spray. Now again, when you stand it, look, the mica will sit at the bottom, so give it a good shake. And I find it easier on its side. Try not to do it that way, but on its side, give it a good shake. And what I've done, look, is I've put some in my palette here. Now, this is where you need a deep breath. I've also got a water bottle. I've got my fan brush, and I've also got a little paintbrush. And I've got a spare piece of kitchen roll here. Because what I'm going to do now, and if I bring my finished one in and explain, I'm going to add this lovely green, and I don't know if it'll pick it up. When it dries, the mica has a real shimmer. Now this is water based, so the ink we put on the Distress Oxide is water based, so it may move, but I don't mind that. The stamping is all permanent, so that will stay permanent. And what I love, look, is none of them are alike, and I love the way it just looks like that green, magical, misty. And it's a great thing to do. It almost invigorates you. And I really want you to have a go, and don't be scared. My suggestion is to put the kitchen roll underneath. Just because if I flick it on my mat, hopefully the kitchen roll will get it. So just pretend it's like you do with your water. So we're just going to add. I'm holding it quite close because I don't want it to spray up on my camera, on my iPad. And I'm just putting some. There we go. Now I'm going to move that. And then my water. Kitchen roll at the ready. And I'm going to spritz it, look. Not too much. And I'm directing it over. Now, can you see how that is starting to move? If I want any particular, make it look like, say here, the wind, I can move it round, look. So I can direct it. I'll just have some round there and just give it a bit of movement. If there's any bits like there where I think there's a bit too much, I can just pop in, dry it a bit. but I don't want to take too much off. If I want to add some more water, I can just come in, add some splats of water. You see there, we get the faux bleaching. And then if I want a little bit more of the green, I can come back, look, odd places, add a couple more dots with the green. And it's lovely because although you're never going to get to the same, you are controlling it. See, there's a bit of green there. I'm just going to add a bit of water. And then dab that. Right, so I'm going to leave this and let it dry, because I always find things like this are best if they're let dry naturally. So any bits that I think are too, right, I'm happy with that, and I'm really happy with that. As I say, it's on the kitchen towel, look, so that will soak any up. But look at that. So I'm just going to pop that on the floor next to Eric. Check that we've not got any. No, we haven't. We're okay here. So as I say, when it dries, look, it'll get that lovely shimmer. But what I do want to do is just show you, I've got one left to thread here. Oh, look, you see, even on where we've stamped, I hope you can pick that up. The shimmer is just fabulous. Now, I've got all my craft yarns. My lovely friend Anne, when she was here, made me a lovely bag in Sir Tim's material. And all my craft yarns, look, are in here. So I've had a look and I've picked out some colours. And I've gone for a couple of greens, a purple, and then there's like a black shimmery one. So look up the craft yarns. They're all in different bundles. As I say, I just mix and match mine. And all I'm going to do is pop mine together, look. Pop it through when it's dry. Get those ends. Pull them through. And there we go. So all I'm going to do is add the ladies' names now. Obviously, I'm not going to do that with you watching, because some of them might be coming and they might not supposed to be there. They might be incognito. You don't know, do you? So I'm hoping they'll like these tomorrow, and I'm hoping we're going to have a lovely day. We're doing a Lavinia twist on Christmas. Some unusual designs. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you have a go at adding the Mica minerals right at the end and just seeing where it goes. You have to be brave, but I love the results. So I hope you have a lovely weekend. As I say, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I love spending time with the crafters. I mean, they've all become friends now. We've got a new lady coming. She's a bit nervous, but I've told her not to worry. We'll look after her. And yes, we have plenty of cheeky brews and biscuits and cake and sometimes some sweets. Anyway, I think I eat my way through workshops. Anyway, have a lovely weekend. And as always, thanks for popping in and thanks for being here. Thanks for leaving your comments and for answering each other and talking to each other. I think it's lovely that you do that. Such a fabulous community on here. So bless you all, take care, and love and hugs from me. Bye for now.